All right. Hello, good evening, and welcome one and all to Vaidya Chess Hub. And this is day 7 of the knockout tournament, April 2021. Now, it so is the case that for the first time, we are going to have a new time control, which means that it's going to be 10 plus 3 today. So, we have entered that phase of the tournament where they will have a lot more time to think. And so, we expect some quality games here. Of the 4 boards, a couple of boards are all set. Rayansh versus Kshitij. Rayansh with the white pieces, Kshitij with the black pieces. Board 1. Then you have board 4 that's ready. That's Chinmay versus Jay. Chinmay with the white pieces. Jay will play with the black pieces. And the other games are Alan versus Saumitra. That's on board 2. And Samartha versus Namish. That is board number 3. And may the best player win. Now the challengers or the one to send the challenge must make sure that the settings are right. The time control is 10 plus 3. It should be rated game and also with the right colors. Mohit thinks that it will be a tough fight, Chinmay versus Jay. Well, I hope that it will be a tough fight, no doubt about it, because they both are at the same level. Although I must say that Jay, what he must make sure is he's focused only on the game. I don't want him to have any distractions. I don't want him to worry about the chat, about the comments, about the tournament going forward. Just this game, one thing at a time. I will be very happy if Jay puts up a good show today. The likely results now today. Jay is playing the game, so he's not joined me for this live stream as commentator. Obviously, he's playing, and therefore it is up to me now to share what I feel would be the outcomes. For Rayansh and Kshitij, I think Kshitij is a favorite to win. Now, when I say favorite to win, I don't rule out the possibility that there could be an upset and Rayansh might just pull off a sensational win. I'm just saying favorite. Alan versus Soumitra, I think Soumitra is favorite to win. Although Alan has created an early upset in the tournament, he was the one to beat Vihang. So maybe Soumitra should keep that in mind as a consideration. Samartha versus Namish, I think Samartha is favorite to win. More so, he has the white pieces. I believe e4, e5, you will see the Danish gambit in action. Chinmay versus Jay, we've talked about it. People think that that is going to be the toughest game. And I think Jay could have some surprises because I was chatting with him the other day and he had some surprises. He had studied Chinmay's games. Chinmay, on the other hand, had not prepared much up until yesterday. So I hope that Chinmay has something special. Let's hope now the other boards are ready as soon as it is possible. Because now any minute we'll have the games underway. And yeah, Alan versus Soumitra board is ready as well. We are just waiting for Samartha versus Namish game to be ready. So the match should begin in about a minute. Let's hope that the matches begin. 10 plus 3, by the way. Utilizing the allotted thinking time is important. I really want Rayansh, Jay, and Namish to be judicious. All right, the games can start. E4 by Chinmay. Knight F6 by Jay. So he is going for the Alakine defense. Samartha opens E4 against Namish. E4 also by Rayansh. French defense by Kshitij. We're waiting for the first moves by Alan and Soumitra. Oh, there's a surprise. Okay. G3. Soumitra opens H5 in response to G3. That should be a game to watch out for. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Alakine defense main line has been played. Chinmay versus Jai game. Meanwhile, H4 by Alan and knight f6, bishop being fianchetto, bishop g2, and now d5 on board. The French defense is going well with the Wiener variation, bishop b4, the knight is pinned, the pawn on c5. Now let's see if Rehanch can handle this. He has a lot of time, 10 minutes, so I want everybody to really... Now this is not fair, he just gave the pawn on d4. Rehanch has to be very, very mindful of such things. Bishop takes, maybe? What's the main line here? Or bishop c5 retreat, I'm not sure. Ooh, look at that Samartha versus Namish game. This is pawn on a5. Surprising. As of now, there is no material deficit. Okay, so queen takes d2, I think. Yeah. On the Rehanch Kshitij board. Ooh, queen takes b2 on board 1. By the way, good that Namish is taking his time to think what to do. In Samartha versus Namish game, that knight on b6 is attacked by the pawn, so he's thinking. And Chinmay versus Jay, Chinmay has played bishop c4. The knights attacked twice, defended once. Should be mindful of such things. Bishop e6 by Jay. What just happened there? Okay, queens were exchanged on board 1. Kshitij is leading by 2 pawns. Alan versus Soumitra game is turning out to be quite a topsy-turvy game, in the sense it was flank opening, g3 and then h5. Then h4 to stop that. Knight f6 and bishop g2. That's how the game started. It's quite interesting. Okay, knight f3 now by Rehanch. Knight e7 by Kshitij, preparing to castle. White has castle. Maybe Kshitij will. Chinmay versus Jay. Now, still 9 minutes and 8 minutes. People have to use their time. I will have some feedback if the time's not utilized here, because you can see that there are more than 8.5 minutes and still they've reached the middle game pretty comfortably. Rehanch should have thought so much better before giving those 2 pawns to Kshitij. He had time. 10 minutes is some time control. You can play a very decent game. Other than that board, the material looks balanced, except now for Samartha and Namish game where Samartha has some lead. And there's this battery, bishop on c4, queen b3 for Samartha, board 3. Now what's that by Alan? Queen to a4. The pawn on c6 is pinned now. Meanwhile, knight to f5 by Kshitij. Bishop e7 by Namish. Soumitra replied queen d7. So that pawn on c6 is not pinned anymore. All right. So I believe Rehanch just got 1 pawn back. Oh, no. That was a bad thing. Now, the white pawn is locked on d6 square, right in the enemy camp. The opposition should be sought now, I believe. Okay, let's see now. King f7. So king is already entered the board. Now that's a pretty good indication of how I think hastily they have played, because if king f7 is the move that you have with 8 minutes on the clock in a 10-minute game, that goes to show that you're almost there at the end game. with only a minute and a half being utilized. So really, that isn't the best way to play, in my opinion. You have 10 minutes, got to think. That's a lot of time left on all the boards. There could be so many moves with multiple motifs that you can play, and one of them is likely to confuse the opponent. That's interesting now. In the game Alan versus Saumitra, you have Alan playing rook d1, rook on the same file as the queen, and then rook to d8 by Saumitra, reinforcing everything on that d file there. So d5 square has become really tensed spot at the moment. It's attacked thrice, defended 4 times. This fianchettoed bishop on g2, mind you. Okay, so Kshitij just played bishop b5, attacking the rook. Reyansh must spend some time registering that. Let's hope he does that. Samartha versus Namish. Now Samartha's pawn is on d5. The knight on c6 is attacked. What's a good square, I wonder? Chinmay versus Jai game. Still, there's a lot of time. 6 minutes and 7 minutes. Going forward, you will have time like 10 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 3. So you will have to utilize that kind of time in order to put some great thought. Oh, now look at that. What just happened there? I think there is a piece now to gain. Reyansh can play a4. And if you play a4, well, where does the bishop go? The rook on b8 is hanging. There you go. You have it. I think that could be a major overconfident move by Kshitij. Oh, no. Oh, no. What's up with that? What just happened there? The bishop moves. The rook on b8 is hanging. Kshitij Datta. Did he take things too lightly? What just happened there? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so happy Reyansh found that move. a4, as simple as it is, and bishop is lost now. You should take with the pawn, of course, not with the rook. Yep, there you go. And now you can exchange the rook if you want and take the opposition on b1, the rook b1. That's it, rook b1. And now if the rooks are exchanged, Reyansh will remain a piece up. Now he has 7 minutes to think. Reyansh has, oh, massive, mind-blowing. Now bring the king in the game. That's also very important. Bring the king in the game. But use your time. I don't want any hasty moves. Just you have 7 minutes now, and you are a piece up here. That is really, he's playing with fire here. As the rounds go forward, you'll have tougher and tougher players. You can't do that. Lapse of concentration, and you pay a heavy price for that. Now this is outstanding. Rayan should use his time. There's a lot of time at hand. Meanwhile, Alan versus Saumitra, man that pawn now on d5. What's up? What's happening? Yes, Reyansh has a piece, but Reyansh has to think and play wisely. There is no reason to panic. A piece is a piece after all. Yes, for that has 3 pawns, and there's an outside pass pawn on a7. But still, piece is a piece. There's no doubting that. Okay, so finally, Alan versus Saumitra game, you have c takes d5. So what does Alan have in his mind? Ooh, it's such a complicated position at the moment because the queen is pinned, but the queen can take the queen, And then after rook takes, the pawn will be attacked thrice and defended twice. Surely. Question is, how is that going to be taken now? With the knight, with the bishop, there is time at hand. Okay, looks like Datta has got good pawns, connected pawns. That's the power there, really. So he's thinking maybe about d4 check, I'm not sure. Piece is a piece after all, be mindful of that. Rayanch must also not let all the pawns just be on the second rank. Oh, what just happened there? Bishop c6. Now the rook Soumitra Allen versus Soumitra game. Oh, that bishop on d7 is a goner. No, that's an exchange for Allen. Bishop takes d7, bishop takes d7. And now Allen should definitely be favored to win this. Castling maybe by white. There you go. An exchange. I'm not sure about that h5 opening though. I must be honest. And again, I'm just so happy with the way Samarth has gone about using his time. I always love that. It's down to 3 minutes and 25 seconds, 3 minutes 20 now. That's how you utilize time. Now maybe Allen will go about doubling the rooks on the d file. It seems to be an easy enough plan to perceive. Rook f d1, that's doubling of the rooks. That is just awesome. It is really Allen who is favorite now to win. Soumitra maybe some element of overconfidence. I don't know what just happened there, but g3, h5, no castling. It is nice to hear things, but and now I think rook a1, you just win the pawn. Allen can play rook a1. Rook a1, the bishop moves and rook takes a7 check. Allen has a pawn on a7 there. Oh, he wins it that way. He wants to win it that way. Okay, that also works. And after rook takes a7 pawn, where the other rook can go on to the 7th rank. So there will be 2 rooks on the 7th rank. Why? What's up with that? He just wants to... bishop was always going to come back. So, ooh, more pawn sacrifices? What's up? More pawn sacrifices. What's the whole idea there? May I know? Another pawn. Maybe Allen should think for some time. Just take the pawn maybe. What's the big deal there? Samartha is now threatening checkmate. Yes, it is checkmate. Thoughtless play, and Namish will be now checkmated. Queen d7. Samartha Namish game is over. Queen d7 is checkmate. All right. Congratulations, Samartha. Namish can take those 6 minutes and 12 seconds as parcel at home. I have always maintained this. Now, what's up with the other games here? Datta is slowly but steadily consolidating his position, and maybe there are pawns now. That this is just crushing. He will cruise, no doubt about that. Meanwhile, Alan has to be careful not just to get too carried away with the position. Very important. Very important. Yeah, now maybe this checkmate. Yeah. Yeah, queen a2 checkmate, or maybe queen b2 as well. Well done. Okay. And now, what's up? Alan with a clear piece. Man, that was unnecessary. That's what I was talking about, the overconfidence there. Alan is a little overconfident here. He had no reason to give the pawns away like that. He also had some healthy pawns that could have just helped an easy win. Now, there's no point giving yourself some challenge. Hmm. Alan has really made this tough on himself. He has no reason to give those pawns away. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Meanwhile, Chinmay versus Jai game is turning out to be a very complicated game in the sense that there are minor pieces, all the rooks and everything has been exchanged. But yeah, sure. I mean, that's complicated. But of course, let's not forget white is a piece up here. Piece is a piece after all. What did Chinmay just do there? Oh, he's blundered a piece there. No, Jay has blundered a piece. Jay has blundered a piece. Okay. Jay has blundered a piece. So that's it. Two minor pieces. Let's see, Chinmay would like to checkmate with the bishop and the knight. Who knows? Again, as I said, Alan is, resorted to overconfidence and so has lost that vital pawns that he had. And he has made his own life tough because now the bishop will always protect the pawns on the light colors. There's no doubt about that. Look how sad board number 1 and board number 3 look. When the opponent has 5 minutes 15 seconds, 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining, you lose. What is the use of all that time that you had been allotted? That's actually laughable, I must say. You have to learn to use your time. It was 10 plus 3 game and they played like it was some kind of a 5-minute game or typical 7 plus 3. Even by 7 plus 3 standards, this was fast, let alone 10 plus 3. Did we increase the time or decrease the time? I don't know. Enjoy just inexcusable blunder by of that piece there. Inexcusable. With 2 minutes, if you can't look at the fact that the knight is attacking the bishop, then what will you do? On a simple fork. Oh, Chinmay should have played the knight check, winning a pawn on f7. I don't know. He just wants to go for checkmate there. That's it. Okay, checkmate. That's it. Well done, Chinmay. Now, this one as expected, this Alan versus Soumitra game now. Let's see. Now Alan has lost even the other. What's up with what level of overconfidence is that? You had a brilliant, idea. You had this nice exchange that you got, and there you are blundering the pawns, the very important vital pawns. This could end in a draw at the most now. I don't think Soumitra is going to let that go at all now. I don't think so. Sorry. Hmm. Nothing's happening there. And we could have a bullet deciding this. How about that? Two draws in 2 days, and this was not even a draw. This was never a draw. After the exchange, up until that exchange, it was interesting. But after Allen became an exchange up, he was clear winner there. And this is utter overconfidence, giving away the pawns, and he's been nicely punished by Soumitra. You play with overconfidence, you'll be punished, man. There is no way a good player is going to let that opportunity go begging. Okay, so you really play with overconfidence, you will be punished, and it's rightly done by Soumitra here. You gave away the pawns, and at the end of it, now you had another G pawn on the G file. Even that was dropped, and now you just have the exchange, but the bishop and the pawns are on the light colors. There is no rush for black to do anything in this game. He'll take the draw any day. The game was totally lost. Okay, under a minute for both Alan and Soumitra. As I said, black is in no rush to do anything nonsensical. There is no reason for Soumitra to do anything silly. No reason. So that's it. That's it. The element of overconfidence. We could have a bullet game now that will be required. But so comfortably, Alan was cruising so comfortably. That's it. I think it can be a draw now. Also, Mitra probably will do. Oh, that's it. And even if you get that exchange, it's not going to help you. A rook takes h5, bishop takes h5, king takes h5, still a draw. No doubt about it. Oh, Alan better not lose on time here. Yeah, that's a draw. All right. So now I think what they need to do is to start the bullet. Yes. Yes, it ends in a draw, and now that means Alan and Soumitra will play out. Okay, let's see now. 2 plus 1 there to settle that. This will be awesome. Okay, just watch this. We don't want to miss out the action. And Soumitra better go for some realistic openings here. No trolling at all. This is serious. Let's see. Alan, what are you going to play? It's 2 plus 1 here. Is it going to be G3 again, even in bullets? I don't think so. You better play properly. You have no time for experiments. I mean, this was also unnecessary if you think from Alan's perspective. Easy win, should have played just some focus, but no. Time and again we see this. How tough is it winning one position? Oh, Vian was winning against him when he blundered the knight and now finds himself in the loser's bracket. So, yeah. Knight to what? G3 again. And Soumitra this time, oh, that's good. That is really awesome. Oh, this is clearly awesome. Now e5 and e4. This is much rational game I can relate to. Well, if this ends in a draw, there is a toss. That's all. If this one ends in a draw, it's a toss. There are less chances of that happening, by the way. There is clear rating difference. F5. Bold. Black's king is really devoid of any cover there. And now Alan is down on time. Cannot afford to be down on time by a lot, Alan. Can't do that. This is, I think, where the experience of bullet games will come in good use. And if Alan loses here, I'll be very, very sad for Alan because he brought about his own downfall. From a comfortable win where he should have just cruised to victory, he brought it all upon himself. This is crazy. Anyway. Ooh, pawn on b4. Well, the knight is going on d1 now. Ooh, a4. What's up? What's next? There's isolated pawn now on a4 that he'll get. Alan has to play b3 now. Bishop takes a and b takes. No, doesn't want to do that. Anyway. Under a minute now. The difference is a minute now between the two players. It's 2 plus 1, mind you. 2 plus 1. So b takes a4. b3 push. C takes b3. Rook takes b3. Meanwhile, what's the tension on the f5 square? 30 seconds. Oh, this is going to, whoa. Now Alan has this open B file at least. Pawn push. And now the pawn on C5 is hanging maybe? After, of course, after you exchange on D5. Because the knight on C4 is attacked at the moment. Oh, what's that? Why did he just sacrifice a piece there? Oh, what's happening? Oh, under 10 seconds now. So Mitra should be now clearly a favorite to win. Oh, Alan, what did you do? Oh no, he had such a brilliant chance now to that's it. It's mate now. Yeah. No. There's pawn there. Oh, there's pawn there. So Mitra has time to think about how he wants him checkmated. That's it. Brilliant. Very well done. Very well done. Very well done. All right. What beautiful games we've had. We will now resume the action on Monday, and that goes to show that the games are going to be tougher and tougher. Hope to see you on Monday. We'll be joined in by Jai for commentary because he won't be playing on Monday. I don't think so.